Jill with Charleston Balloon Company. Today I'm going to show you how to make a balloon pacifier inside a Deco bubble. And what you're going to need for this is you're going to need a Qualitex 24-inch Deco bubble, a 5-inch Qualitex balloon, a 6-inch Geo Blossom balloon, a 160Q, a 260Q, a balloon straw, a pair of scissors, balloon pump, and a piece of ribbon. So first thing I recommend you do is pump up and test your bubble for defects. And having already done that, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly and gently insert the 5-inch balloon into the Deco bubble. And what you're going to do is you're going to gently and slowly pump up your 5-inch balloon. Now you're going to hold and slowly roll back and pull out the neck. Your 5-inch. Now some air escapes, no big deal, just give it a couple another pumps of air. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to tie the 160 to the 5-inch. What you want to do is you want to make this knot as small as possible. And what this is going to do is this is going to allow you to not have to worry about the 5-inch balloon. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the Geo into the Deco bubble. And now we are going to pump up your Geo Blossom. You just want to make sure that that Geo is kind of getting pumped up evenly. And that's about where it needs to be. Now, I'm going to tie off the Geo. If you want to make it really neat and clean, what you want to do is cut off the balloon necks. Now you want to let that in. But now, you can pull the neck of your 5-inch out. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tie our 260, which is what we're going to use for our balloon handle, onto our 5-inch balloon. And again, you want to make that knot as small as possible and as snug as possible. And again, let it in. Now this is going to pull that 260 in for you. So now you've got your 160 and you've got your 260. You're going to forget about the 160 for the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to make this a little shorter because we're not going to use the whole thing. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pump the 260 back up. I'm going to hold it almost like you're making a gumbo. So now, there we go. Now what you want to do is you want to hold it and you want to get that little neck. And now here, I'm going to show you something. And it doesn't matter that we let it go, because what we're going to do is, if you lose it and let it go, you're just going to go back and you're going to pull that 160 and it's going to bring it right back to you. Okay? So don't worry if you let it go, because this is your anchor balloon. So now, I'm going to go back like we did before we intentionally let it go, just to show you what would happen. Now, we're going to go back to pumping up our 260. And we just want to make sure that's in there far enough so that it doesn't inflate outside the Deco. And you want to hold on to that so it doesn't get sucked back into the glue. And we're going to inflate it. Now, I'm going to take the end of our 260 and the end of our 160. And we're going to pull them together like a pacifier handle. Pull that little knot back out. This is why it was so important to tie a good knot onto that. So now we got all our knots back out. Now we're going to tie twice, 3 times. Make sure everything's snug. Now we can cut off our 160. Push everything inside that bubble. Now you can manipulate around a little bit. And now we're going to inflate our bubble. Now, I'm choosing to do everything in air because with the helium shortage, we're leaning a lot towards air decor. So now we're going to inflate our bubble. With Deco bubbles, and as with any other bubble, it's important to fully inflate them and to make sure that once you get your bubble, this is not a fully inflated bubble. See all these wrinkles? We don't want to see that. Keep pumping. And some people get scared at this point because it's pretty taut, but there's still creases in here. We don't want to see any of those creases. Still go, and still go, and you see all those creases slowly disappearing, and our pacifier swirling around. Just about there. So now you can arrange and move it around. What we want to do is secure the bubble. So to do that, we want to do a cinch knot. Make it good and tight. And there is your pacifier inside a bubble.